Welcome to Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Grizzlies and the Kent State Golden Flashes. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. The Golden Flashes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. It'll be the Grizzlies offense as they take control of the football first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Now on the move. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Grizzlies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Escapes the pressure to his right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Grizzlies come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Quarterback may change this route. Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Quarterback keeper. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Looking for space. It's Horton. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
Man, it's a nice start for this offense. Their defense didn't have to play the first quarter. Like, that was unbelievable ball control, moving down the field methodically, chewing up clock, and most importantly, punching the ball in and getting the touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Flashes offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Now running the show is Drew DeShields. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands. The run inside. It's King. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Grizzlies offense coming out onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, they're after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Grizzlies will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catch is made at the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Golden Flashes offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Looking for a gap. It's King. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Golden Flashes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Running inside, it's King. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. And the Golden Flashes look to keep this drive humming. On the ground with the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them, but if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand when people start pulling your direction, forget the fakes the other way, you can stay home, be productive, get big plays like this for your defense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's on the move. And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be fourth down. The Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Grizzlies offense coming out onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Horton. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Horton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Right back to the well. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Grizzlies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's a heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Gets the back moving. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him in the flat. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Horton. Could be an alley. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Thompson. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Grizzlies have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On the move. Touchdown, Grizzlies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Kane. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Working that left side now. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And the Grizzlies will boot it away to start the second half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. Their defense has got to step up big time right now. They have been struggling at times throughout this season, but right now is a huge moment. With a lead, they have an opportunity on this kickoff to come down and make a big statement. I'll keep you posted on if the defense is able to step up in this huge moment. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the golden flashes have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Running inside. It's Kane.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
The Grizzlies offense coming out onto the field. On the run, it's Thompson. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Thompson. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. And the Grizzlies are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Wide receiver going in motion. They go right back to him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And you're seeing on this drive, man, a big part of the reason why they've got the lead. Like, they've been so good on these third downs. Another third down conversion where they dial up the right play at the right time to move the sticks.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
They punted away on fourth down. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's King. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Fires to the big fella.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive, right? They can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The golden flashes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
A lot of urgency for this offense. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? 4th down. They'll throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Turns it on in midfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. And the golden flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets away from one, finds some space. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. The play action fake. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because
guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. They'll go to the air. Lets it fly. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown, and how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Grizzlies offense coming out onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles.
Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. The run inside. It's Thompson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Flips it out in the flat.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get 1 1st down. And Palmer, they could run it. They could play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something that all 11 guys know on the back of their hand.